Alright guys, my name is lilshef and welcome back to the Patreon Sim Dynasty. Looks like we won. We played Texas State this week in our bowl game. I mean, that's perfect because that's who I am in my Sim Dynasty. So yeah, let's see what happened in our conference championship week. Rice continues to be dominant, man, winning yet another one, 38-17. Scoring, wow. What was that, 31 in the first half? Golly, dude, 31-10. Talk about demoralizing, and then never let them do much after that. If they scored right back. And taking a look at the stats, 25 first downs, 482 yards of total offense, 45 rushes for 248, 2 touchdowns, 16 for 21 for 234 and 3 touchdowns, 9 for 11 on third down, but only 3 for 5 in the red zone. This game could have been way worse if he had scored every time. I mean, 3 for 5 in the red zone and still won by like 20 points. We almost gave this game away, ended up winning it 21-18. They scored a last second touchdown with 9 seconds left. It wasn't really close other than that. We were up 21-7 going into the fourth. Taking a look at the stats, we looked like we were pretty even though. 22 first downs, 453 yards of total offense, 27 rushes for 104 and a touchdown, 25 for 48 for 349 and 2 touchdowns, 10 for 18 on third down. That's better than they were. I like it higher than that, but it works. And then 2 for 3 in the red zone, or this game wouldn't have been close. That's for dang sure. We got another conference championship under our belt. Taking a look at the bowl games, it looks like only 4 of us have a bowl game. We'll check that out here in a minute. Wyoming and Oregon State in the New Mexico Bowl. Northern Illinois and Army in the Military Bowl. Myself and Texas State in the GoDaddy.com Bowl. And then Alabama at Rice in the Liberty Bowl. Wow, this is going to be a good test for Rice right here. So it looks like UConn, Charlotte, and East Carolina all didn't make it. I don't know why. They all had pretty decent records. I guess enough teams had better records than they did. I'm not sure. We have Texas State this week. It looks like we should put up a pretty good fight. They're a little bit more lopsided towards the pass, which is how we have it set up on our coach philosophy. So hopefully we come out and get a win, get our first bowl win. I mean, we're back-to-back conference champs, but we lost our first bowl game. Hopefully we can get the win this week, but we hate 10-3, double-digit wins. I'm happy with all that. All right, taking a look at the bowl week, see how everybody did. Wyoming ends up losing 42-13. I mean, it was over in the first half. 28-0. Oregon State came out and dominated, but that's what you expect from a Pac-12 team versus Mountain West. You know what I mean? Should have been pretty lopsided. Take a look at the team stats: 13 first downs, 248 yards of total offense, 31 rushes for 141 and a touchdown, 11 for 24 for 107, 3 for 11 on third down. Not able to convert. Didn't help at all. 100% in the red zone though. I mean, yeah, look at the positives and only 1 turnover. So he played decent. Just unable to produce on third down to keep some drives rolling to stay in the game. Northern Illinois knocks off Army. Man, Army finished the season on a rough spell, dropping a lot. Probably like 4 out of their last 5 or something like that. Not too good, but Northern Illinois scores 14 in the fourth to win. Won at 7 minutes, won with a minute left. 51-yard touchdown pass to steal the victory. Army was in it, just not able to convert. I mean, too many field goals, man. Taking a look at the stats, yeah, Army deserved to win. 27 first downs, 431 yards of total offense, 55 rushes for 324 yards and a touchdown, 13 for 20 for 107, 10 for 16 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. Solid performance, just unable to produce in the red zone, only getting 1 touchdown. I mean, you convert those 3 into 3 touchdowns, you just add another 8 points and you got the win. So unable to convert in the red zone and missed opportunities at least 1 time. Helped him get the L today. And we end up losing to Texas State in overtime. Are you kidding me? Man, Texas State, I can't win with them for nothing in the other dynasty, dude. Holy crap. Couple of field goals. They started off strong. We responded right back up 10-7 at the half. And then they shut us out. We barely scored in the third. They kicked a field goal with 20 seconds left. And then they could score and we couldn't. Taking a look at the stats, 25 first downs, 303 yards total offense, 30 rushes for 86 yards, 20 for 51 for 217 and a touchdown. That's horrible. That's way below half, man. 9 for 18 on third down, not bad. 1 for 1 on fourth down, not bad. Once again, if we had turned those attempts in the red zone into touchdowns, different ball game. Granted, they did the same. We would have got our butts kicked even worse. We turned the ball over a ton. 5 turnovers. We did not play well in the bowl game. 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles. We just got embarrassed by Texas State. Checking out Alabama and Rice. Rice put up a decent fight. Alabama jumped out 28-10 at the end of the first half. And Rice started trying to make a comeback, just unable to do so right at the time. Lost by 9. Taking a look at the stats, 21 first downs, 435 yards of total offense, 38 rushes for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns, 16 for 23 for 277, 2 for 8 on third down. Horrible. That didn't help at all. 0 for 1 on 2-point conversion. 100% in the red zone though. So there you go. Decent game. Looked like they were pretty evenly matched. It's just Alabama was able to get touchdowns and Rice wasn't. Taking a look at the Heisman winner, Air Force wins it, and it's not going to get shown, but Rice lost by 1 vote. 1 vote. Jawan Davis almost took the cake. That would have been crazy, man. Only user up there unable to do it. Looked like he was hurt too, so maybe that played. And yeah, only 5 carries for 36 yards. Maybe that came into play with the injury. Taking a look at the award winners, we're just going to see the top 10. And then if any of us won it, there you go. Rice had a couple people up there, number 6 and number 7. As well as Army at number 5, but nobody wins the Maxwell. Rice takes to Walter Camp. Jawan Davis went off. Asbury, had he not got hurt, he was putting up some great numbers, man. I mean, he only had 300 less yards on 30 less carries. Very good potential to win that. The Bednark, Army just outside of it, man. Florida takes it, but Army had a pretty good team. ECU up there as well. Nagurski, UNLV. I don't know if we get many people up for this on the Sims. If we were playing, yeah. Brian, best quarterback. I don't know how we're not up there. Whatever. Our quarterback went off this year. Rice's quarterback almost threw for 3,500 yards though. Rice had a great season, dude. The Walker, Rice wins it again. Asbury right there behind him. The Blitnikoff, TCU takes it. Rice had Wright up there for it, and we had Redding, best receiver. I mean, we didn't throw to just one guy all season, which was crazy. We threw a lot of yards. We didn't throw to just one dude. Best tight end, no users on there. Outland, best offensive line, no users on that. Best center, Rice had a guy up there. There you go. Rice had some pretty good players, man. Obviously, they were the highest rated overall going into last week. We'll check that here in a minute. The Lombardi, no users. Best linebacker, ECU takes it. Handily takes it. Army right there behind him for a junior. The junior's got a great shot next year, man. And Thorpe, Florida takes it again. No users right there on that list. Best kicker, no users. Best punter, no users. And then best returner, Texas A&M takes it and no users. So championship contenders, Washington won, Clemson, Florida State, Stanford, LSU, Georgia, Virginia Tech, UCLA, Texas. We'll go and see what happened in the national championship in a minute, but I just want to see where we stand as users ranked wise. Rice fell from I think 25 to 26. Alabama went from like 37 to 24. They jumped up a long ways. We come in at 40. UConn at 70, Army at 71. Charlotte at 83, ECU at 86, Wyoming at 89. All-Americans, here we go. First team All-NCAA, Rice's halfback, no surprise there. Rice's center, Rice got 2 people up there. ECU's linebacker, there we go, 3 users, I'm liking that. 3 users on the first team All-NCAA. Second team, our quarterback, there we go, All-American, bam. He's a sophomore, he's coming back for 2 years. He's going to start for 2 years. Definitely looking forward to having him back next year, man. Anybody else? Nobody else. All freshman team. Here we go. Rice's wide receiver, dude went off. We had a tight end that did pretty good. Rice had a left end that also made it. Running down the conference All-Americans in the All-Americans. Still cracks me up every time, man. ECU's linebacker made it. Second team ECU wide receiver. Conference USA. It's going to be the Rice show, man. Quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, left tackle, left guard, center, right tackle, left end, right end, defensive tackle, left outside linebacker, corner, strong safety, and returner. That was your first team. Rice, dude. Calm down. Second team. Left tackle for Rice. Right outside linebacker and punter. Independence, the halfback from Army makes it, as well as the right outside linebacker. Then on second team, the fullback, left tackle, right end, defensive tackle, and punter. All MAC. This is our show right here. Quarterback, halfback, both wide receivers, tight end, left guard, center, right guard, defensive tackle, middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, free safety, and punter. That's just first team. Second team, tight end. We got 2 tight ends, really? All right, tight end, who was also a freshman, makes it. Tight end, left tackle, center, defensive tackle, left outside linebacker, strong safety, and returner. Mountain West, who we got? Who we got? I think it's just Wyoming over there currently. Wyoming, second team returner. There you go, got somebody. All right, taking a look at the offensive season stats for everybody. Myself did pretty good, but Rice 1,000 more yards than the nearest user, which is insane, dude. Total, they just went off. Charlotte not able to get up a whole lot of yards, but still 5,000 yards, no joke. For the passing game, we had 4,700, super pass heavy. Not really much of a surprise there. We threw the ball a ton, so we should have the leading there. But ECU and Rice back to back, but Rice where they got him, the running game. They were fairly balanced, and it just showed. Army led the users in the running game. Points per game, myself with 31, Rice with 35, putting up a lot of points. Army with 28, able to do some work. Passing touchdowns, of course, 42 for us. And then the people that threw the ball more, obviously had more pass touchdowns. Rice, dude, whatever he's doing over there is doing good things, man. Golly. Defensively, we were all pretty even. 46, 46, 48, 43. UConn didn't allow a whole lot of yards. That's a nice stat line right there. Compared to like ECU and Rice, who allowed quite a bit. Passing yards wise, who allowed the least? Connecticut. No, Wyoming did. 22, then UConn. And then myself, rushing yards, 1996, 1986, 1977. All good years. I don't know if they're good years. It's just, I just like saying that. Rice allowed the least, and then UConn, and then Army. Points. We allowed 243. Easily the least amount of points, by like 50. Nobody was even close. We just had a pretty good defense, just not in some certain situations when we needed wins, like the bowl game. Defense getting some sacks though. 30. Rice had 36. Army with 25. Wyoming with 26 fumbles. We led the users with 9, and then UConn and Charlotte with 8 and 7. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That's pretty cool. Interceptions. Nobody's super dominant, man. Myself and Army had 10. ECU or 12. ECU had 10. And then Rice with 9. Wyoming and Charlotte with 8, and UConn with 6. Conversion wise, how do we do? 55% for Army. Great third down conversion rating. 58% for Rice. Over 50% is a plus. See, like this 36, you don't want that. You don't want that at all. 46, not what I want. I want better than that, man. That's just not acceptable in my opinion. In my eyes, I want better than that. Fourth downs, Army within a solid 88%. Army able to convert quite a bit when they needed to. Charlotte with 76. Rice with 72. Let's see how the red zone goes. A lot of attempts. Offensive red zone production. Army with 80. Charlotte 85. Connecticut with 80. Rice 83. Wyoming 82. Myself and ECU, the only guys in the 70s. Defensive red zone. Probably not good. Probably not good at all. 69%. That's a great stat, dude. Charlotte, Connecticut, and Rice all 85%. That means they allowed a lot of scoring in the red zone. Whereas myself and Army didn't allow as much. But I'll take 11 field goals, man. If you're 43 attempts, you get 11 field goals. Get out of here. Just because I'm curious. We led the users in penalties and penalty yards pretty easily. ECU, by far, the most disciplined with 82. Taking a look at the turnover difference, Army takes it, man. 8 turnover difference. Only turned the ball over 7 times and took it away 15. I said a pretty good season. Whereas we were 18 and 21, Charlotte 10 and 15, Connecticut 18 and 14, ECU 25 and 15, turned the ball over way too much. Rice, even with the record they had, still turned the ball over more than they got with a 19 and 15 with 10 fumbles. Then Wyoming with a 16 and 12. But taking a look at the job security, everybody still says they're safe. So I don't know, man. Everybody's still looking real good for their job. Which is good, because I don't want anybody to get fired. They've done a pretty good job building them up. I figure this year will be the year where they're going to start needing to have production. Start needing to be over 500 consistently. So all in all, a great season. Looking back at it, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I know some of the users probably not. Most of them probably around a 6 and 6 rating. Myself, Rice, and Army, the only ones over 500. I think everybody else was 6 and 6, or Wyoming was 6 and 7 because of the bowl game. But pretty good season. We're hoping we can get it moving. I don't know what's going to happen in the offseason. I'm pretty sure most people are going to stay. But I know if Rice gets a certain offer, he's going to take it. If I get a certain offer, I might take it. So you never know. Could be some switcheroo. But that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. If you liked the video, be sure to like it. That's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time.